You guys, what do you think? I don't know. I've had this hair for forever. Sometimes things are a good idea. I look like some kind of Juno Birch, Cardi B, like, oh. So I kind of look at you like it was your fault. Somebody's gonna die for this. That's 3 pins, not $4. What a mess. Hi, it's Trixie. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm a world famous drag queen with a passion for makeup artistry. God damn, I look incredible. You guys, and this is an old suit from Fashion Brand Company. I tailored it myself, so don't look too closely. It's a little crazy. Ooh, what about the shoulders? Ooh, I don't know. I had this other outfit on, then I ate lasagna and ruined it, so just wearing this. So I thought today, I am what you would call a public figure, and I have the fortune of having a Wikipedia, which means someone, not me, not anyone affiliated with, somebody somewhere wrote it, had written. I don't know what they wrote. I honestly don't spend a lot of time on my own Wikipedia. I already am kind of mad about the picture, but this is not even the worst they could have used. So I think we should just read through it and we'll just basically fact check it. And then if you're a Wikipedia person, can you I don't know how to change it. Can you do it? So I'm just gonna tell you stuff to say, and then you can update this because I'm tired of being misrepresented by media. It's difficult enough for a woman in Hollywood, let alone someone who's not a real woman. So before I get started here, please subscribe to the channel. We have new videos here all the time, and I honestly usually look better. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Sometimes we're in studio and I think I have to really bring it with the thumbnail so people click on it. We'll see. Sometimes as the video goes on, I gaslight myself into liking it. So let's see what happens. So I'm on wikipedia.com, which I believe, I don't know who owns it. It's free. I don't know. Somebody owns it, right? Is it for profit? I also can't move my head much today or we're gonna lose the whole hair. So if I get heated, we're gonna have to stay still and get heated. So I got my little iPad. I've been trying to use this more because I've been learning Photoshop, you guys. Nobody should ever give me that level power because holy shit, wow, love it. So let's just go through here and it says Trixie Mattel here, and we can follow along at home. Wikipedia, it's free. Brian Michael Furcus, born August 23rd, 1989. Already very intimate. You guys already know. That's enough information for fraud. Right off the top. Better known by the stage name Trixie Mattel, is an American drag queen, television personality, and singer-songwriter. Is this okay to put this here? It's an American drag queen, television personality, singer-songwriter, originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That is kind of untrue. You know, I tell people I'm from Milwaukee. I'm from Silver Cliff, Wisconsin, a very, very, very small town. But I moved at 18 to Milwaukee. That's where I started drag and met Brandon and everything. So this character is definitely from Milwaukee, but you know, I was born in Milwaukee. My Aunt Gooch is from Milwaukee, but I didn't live there till I was 17. I moved into the dorms when I was just about to turn 18. So I moved to Milwaukee days before my 18th birthday. She's known for her exaggerated, high camp, 1960s influenced style.
I love that there's a note on she. Mattel uses she, her pronouns while in drag, and he, him pronouns while not in drag.
How do they know this? You know, Katya and I are very lucky to have fans who basically know everything about us. They know what we had for breakfast. They know what our mom's name is. But sometimes you guys, you know too much. You creep me out. Well, I guess if you watch my content, I talk about myself all the time. That's probably how. Her high camp, I don't see it. I think I look like a soft, wet girl. Thank you. High camp, 1960s influence style. I would say that. I mean, I would say in the beginning with Trixie, I was trying to do more 90s Barbie. And then once I moved to California, I kind of became obsessed with the 60s California girl look. And that's how that kind of happened. Look, this suit doesn't have long enough arms. Anyway, distinctive eye makeup. Yes, I see it. Thank you. And her blend of comedy, acoustic pop, and folk country music. Mattel sings and plays guitar and the auto harp. Wow, look at all these interviews. Who does this? I think you guys probably put more work into this than you do into your college coursework, schoolwork, hello, getting a part-time job. In 2015, she competed in the 7th season of drag reality television competition series RuPaul's Drag Race. That's true. Placing sixth. That's true. In 2018, she went on to win the 3rd season of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. She also made guest appearances on various iterations of the Drag Race franchise. That is true. I think I guessed it on 10, 11, 8, maybe 9. I don't know. And then once I won, they used footage of me here and there, but I haven't been on Drag Race in a long time. Nobody asks. Nobody asks anymore. But I love to do Drag Race. I love to show up, I hate competing, but I love to show up and do a one little.
You also did the Hollow Slide.
I did the Hollow Slide Spectacular. That was enjoyable for everybody. My original teeth. Brave. Mattel formed the popular comedy duo known as Trixie and Katya. Yeah, we got really creative with the name. We just thought Trixie and Katya. Why not Katya and Trixie? She is older than me. Think about it. Alongside fellow drag queen and frequent collaborator Katya blah, 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 blah. Together, they starred in the World of Wonder web series. From 2016 to present, yes. The Viceland spin-off, The Trixie and Katya Show. You guys, that was wild. We basically, Viceland wanted to make for TV, and we did one season of that. And if you want to know why we didn't continue it, perhaps you should check out Moving Parts, the documentary. Thank you. And then Bob hosted half of it. The pair also appeared in the Netflix review web series I Like to Watch. Appeared. We did not appear, ho. We are the whole thing. 2019 to present, and the podcast The Bald and the Beautiful, 2020 to present. Yeah, this is a lot of items. This is why I'm so tired all the time. This is why I have autoimmune dysfunction. Damn. Mattel's musical style began as primarily folk and country, with her first and second studio albums, Two Birds, One Stone, both charting on Billboard folk albums charts at number 16. She went on to star in the documentary film Trixie Mattel Moving Parts. Her third studio album, Barbara, 2020, featured an electro folk sound. There's a article for that. Folktronica. Various elements of folk music and electronica. I guess that is me. Folktronica. While her EP Full Coverage 1 consisted of covers of various songs. That's true. Those get like playlisted all the time. Something about like the algorithm. The algorithm loves covers. The algorithm loves artists doing other artists. So that happens all the time. Her musical comedy special, Trixie Mattel One Night Only. If you guys haven't seen that, it's on this YouTube channel. I think it's the best thing I've ever been a part of. It's so funny. Written by my friend Daniel Vincent Gord. He and I wrote it together, and he produced it with his brother. We made it in this very apartment. I love that fucking special. It's 20 minutes long, and it is so funny. I think it's the best thing I've ever made, honestly. And I got nominated for a Critics' Choice Award for that. That was wild. Well, I knew that Bo Burnham was gonna win for Inside, but I think Joe Firestone was nominated, but everybody else was nominated with a network, and I was on YouTube. So everybody else was sitting on a fancy table, and I literally didn't even make it into the Critics' Choice Awards. You guys know this story. They shut the gate in the red carpet in my face, and I went back to this apartment and sat here with my wig off and cried. That's tough. And she appeared as a judge in the competition series Queen of the Universe from 2021 to 23. That is true. Loved doing Queen of the Universe. Mattel's fourth studio album, the Blonde and Pink albums, was a double album featuring a power pop sound. I would say that, yeah, I have more of a pop sound. She also produced and starred in the renovation docuseries Trixie Motel, which chronicled the opening of her Palm Springs resort of the same name. Damn, this makes it look like a lot. Co-published with Zamolachikova, Mattel's first book, Trixie and Katya's Guide to Modern Womanhood, became a New York Times bestseller. That is true. I was sitting on my couch right here, and I got the call that it was a New York Times bestseller. It was during COVID. I walked out on the patio and screamed, "I'm a New York Times bestseller!" And the people working on the building across the street looked over and then kept working. That's it. She appeared on New York Magazine's list of most powerful do you guys remember that? They took these gutted photos of us. Show mine. It's so f***ing horrible. I think this is a robocall. Let's do it. Hello?
Hello, my name is calling from the...
Girl, I gotta go. That's all I do. I always pick up now and I just say something wild. Because I used to ignore the calls and then they keep calling. So now I just become problematic. Where's the Red Bull? Give it to me now. Oh. Sorry guys, it's late. We've been filming all day. Takes a special brand of mental illness to talk to yourself all day. The most powerful drag queens in America. You guys, this is so crazy. First of all, they ranked me 4th, which was crazy. Second of all, the ugliest pictures of us ever taken alive were published. And I think we all talk about how bad the pictures are. Don't ever let straight people photograph drag queens. It's horrible. Every bad picture of me ever taken was by a straight person. It's true. She also operates a YouTube channel focused on beauty and music, frequent collaborations with fellow drag queens and various celebrities such as Iggy Azalea, Nicole Byer, Brittany Broski, and Margaret Cho. Mattel's business ventures include the founder and CEO of Trixie Cosmetics. And you guys, you know what I realized recently? Most celebrity makeup brands, when they say they're the owners, they're part owners and an investor owns most of it. I actually own all of Trixie Cosmetics, and I think that that's pretty cool. All your faves who say it's their company, it's not even their money and they're lying to you. This is actually all my own money and my own company, which means when it flops, I will be moving in with you. Her persona is inspired by her love of Barbie dolls. She owns a large collection of Barbies that she shared in videos on her YouTube channel. That is true. And you know, our Barbie videos weirdly have a long lifespan. A lot of people who have never heard of me find us because of the doll videos, which is really crazy. All right, this is early life and beginnings. We're gonna scrub through this because some of it's a little long-winded. I've lived a long life. Brian Michael Furcus was born on August 23rd, 1989 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and raised in Silver Cliff, Wisconsin by a single mother with an older brother and younger sister. That's untrue. I have 2 younger sisters, so fuck you to whoever wrote this, I guess. He's a quarter Ojibwe. That is true. My family's from the Bad River Reservation and I'm a quarter. His maternal grandmother was a member of the Bad River Band of Lake Superior Tribe of Chippewa Indians. Yes. He had an abusive jeez. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jeez. They know a lot. I'm not gonna read that, but that's kind of a lot. Before deciding on Trixie Mattel as his drag name, he originally considered the name Cupcake. That is true. My gimmick was going to be Cupcake, and I was going to have all costumes that were like sprinkles and frosting. I don't think that would have got me very far. I probably would have had a defunct bakery and I would have been diabetic. His grandfather was a country musician who taught him how to play the guitar. That is true. After graduating from high school, Fergus studied at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, where he received a BFA in musical theater. Yes. Introduced to drag performing in the Rocky Horror Show. That's untrue. The Rocky Horror Show is the name of the musical. The movie is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Fix that right now, and I will be checking back. He first performed in drag at La Cage nightclub in Milwaukee, becoming a regular performer in Milwaukee's drag scene. Fergus would perform with fellow drag queens Kim Chi and Shea Coulee in Milwaukee. Yes. And occasionally in Chicago. They know everything. They know everything. He attended beauty school in 2014 before withdrawing to participate in Drag Race. Outside of drag, he worked in cosmetics, freelancing at Sephora, and working at Ulta and MAC. My mother doesn't know this shit. My mother doesn't know a quarter of this, so I don't know. You little lesbians work quick. All right, you all have PhDs. I'm just gonna skim the Drag Race stuff. Mattel first gained widespread attention as a competitor in season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race. True. She was initially eliminated in episode 4, but re-entered in episode 8. True. Mattel was eliminated again in episode 10. Damn, they really highlight the flopping. Ultimately placing 6th and becoming the first queen to last one more episode after return. I guess that's true. I lasted more than one episode after returning. Good for me. Mattel, who is of Ojibwe descent, was the 3rd Native American queen to compete on Drag Race, following Stacey Lane Matthews, who's Lumbee, and season 3 Kelly Mantle, who's Cherokee. Dang. After a run on the show, Mattel performed her stand-up comedy tour Ages 3 and Up from 2015 to 2017. That was wild. If any of you remember Ages 3 and Up, different times, like 50-seat theaters, 100-seat theaters, crazy. Like, it's crazy to think I was out there touring like internationally by myself doing that show. When I think of my early career, you guys, I was traveling internationally with like 4 big suitcases and a guitar, my backpack, and sometimes like tens of thousands of dollars in cash by myself. All different countries. Crazy. Irresponsible, actually. Okay, it's about, the series became one of the most successful shows on the WoW One of. Girl. Okay. One of the most successful shows on the WoW Presents YouTube channel, and earned them their first Streamy Award nomination for Show of the Year. That was crazy, you guys. Streamies is obviously like the Oscars of YouTube. We were nominated for Best Show, which is like Best Film. We fully lost, but it was crazy to be nominated. Really crazy. Mattel had a guest appearance on American Horror Story Roanoke. Yes. I got that part because I think Ryan Murphy told me he saw RuPaul present at the Emmys, and that's how he got the idea, because he was living in P-Town and I was doing my show in P-Town. I think he saw my show. I don't know. I really lucked out though. She self-released her debut studio. Yeah. We talked about the album already. Album debuted at number 2 on the Heatseekers chart. That was crazy. If you guys, like, I hadn't even done All Stars yet, and my little album debuted so high on the charts. It was really crazy. Damn. They got Lisa Lang up in here, deep diving with her Peabodys. This is crazy. I've been interviewed by Larry King, and this is about that level invasive. This is wild. In 2017, Mattel and Zomolchkova starred in a drag stage adaptation of the 1997 cult film Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion. You guys, it was so fun. Katya was really crazy at that time, and I remember the night before curtain, she said, I actually watched the movie last night. It's actually really funny. It was the night before show. They say you should never perform outdoors or for children. They don't mention crackhead drag queens. Also, November 2017, Mattel produced a video for GQ magazine called Trixie Mattel Makes a Peanut Butter and Jelly, and more importantly, a cocktail, earning a nomination for the James Beard Foundation Award in the humor category. You guys, that was crazy. Not on my bingo card of life, a James Beard nomination. Of course I lost. I had a friend who has 3 restaurants, and he was like, so you got a James Beard nomination? From just doing a video. Like, people who have those nominations do not think it's cool that I got one. They're like, no, I just worked my whole life and you just count, you know. I don't know if you can imagine, but gay people have a hard time being happy for each other. Velvet Rage. Okay. This is long. Do you need hobbies? You need a fidget spinner. This talks about All Stars. Yes. Became the first winner of Indigenous descent. I didn't think about that. Wow. Hayo Nipsania. Oh, and there's a picture of me from DragCon. I remember that. And in 2018, Mattel released an acoustic version of her song Moving Parts, which is also the name of her documentary, as a tease for the upcoming album. It became the first charting single, peaking at number 83 on the Scottish single chart. Thank you, Scottish people. Thank you so much. She released her second studio album, One Stone, in 2018 with the same night as the All-Stars finale. And it was Mattel's first album to reach the top spot on a Billboard chart. That's one of those moments where I wish my grandpa was still alive. Like, you know, he taught me to play guitar, to be like, look at this, you know. Let's see. She launched her Comedy World Tour now with Moving Parts, followed by Super Bowl Cut later that year. I forgot that I did like a short tour of a show called Super Bowl Cut where I wore all bowl cuts. Not every idea is a great idea. Then the documentary film Moving Parts premiered at Tribeca Film Festival in April 2019 and screened until May 2019. It documents Mattel as she embarks on her Moving Parts tour after her All-Stars win, as well as her personal struggles. Mattel's first comedy special, Trixie Mattel Skinny Legend, aired on Out TV in Canada in 2019. Jeez, this is a lot of shit. I think I need to be in my sit down and do nothing era. This is too much.
Now you're next door.
Sit down and do nothing. Love. Well, this is the YouTube channel era. During COVID-19 pandemic, she took the time to start building her YouTube channel, which is videos reviewing Barbie collections, discussing doll history, baking with easy bake ovens. Then we started the Bald and the Beautiful podcast. In 2020, Mattel released a cover of Lana Del Rey's Video Games, which ranked 66 on Scottish singles chart. The Scottish people love me. I don't know what it is, because I don't know what they're fucking saying. It's literally that. In 2020, Mattel and Zelma Lechkova co-hosted the 10th Streamy Awards in Los Angeles. That was the show we were nominated for Best Show of the Year and Unscripted Series, and we won for Unscripted. That was our first streaming. You guys, Katya did not want to do that. It was COVID, and we had to ride around in a bus, ride around Los Angeles, giving people awards. We got the offer, and Katya called me, and she goes, hey, I gotta know if you want to do this so I can start emotionally preparing myself. Katya hates award shows. She hates going to things. In 2021, Mattel released a cover of Violent Femmes track Blister in the Sun, and she announced full coverage Volume 1, which included video games, Blister in the Sun, as well as Jackson. That's so crazy. Jackson gets playlisted all the time. Blister in the Sun plays in stores a lot. And video games seems to never die. Like, people are always texting me about video games. They just found it or they just heard it. And these kids are so young, they think I wrote it, which I think is really sad. Oh, Trixie and Katya in 2021 launched their newsletter Gooped, which included lighthearted advice. That was a big project, you guys. We had to write like 3 original pieces a week. That was a lot. In November 2021, Mattel announced the Trixie doll, a collectible fashion doll to her likeness in collaboration with Integrity Toys. That was probably, we talked about it on the channel the week we got it. That was probably the most cool thing that ever happened to me in my career at that moment. That blew my mind. You guys, I'm gonna skip ahead because a lot of this is just procedural. Let's see. Oh, this makes me famous. Look, when I did Hello Hello, loosely inspired by 60s power pop. You guys, if you haven't ever seen that music video, I love that video and I love that song. I wrote it in my garage. I love that little song. I always thought it sounded like a Target commercial or something. Joseph Longo of Them magazine said, with Hello Hello, backup dancers, expressive makeup, and sparkly mini dress, Mattel makes her case for pop star status. Oh, yes. Her third single, Come On Loretta, was released, yes. You guys, Loretta Lynn, I work with somebody who worked with Loretta Lynn and said that she knew about my song, Come On Loretta, and she liked it. Isn't that sweet? Love that. In 2022, it was announced Mattel would co-star with Zelma Lechkova in a dating show from Katya with Love to help her find a partner, although the series was later canceled. That is not true. I'm not just canceled. I wasn't even given the opportunity to have it canceled because it was never greenlit. I would do it though. I think having a Katya dating show would be fun. Who wants to date her? I don't know. This is too much information. In 2023, Mattel announced partnerships with Etsy, Maybelline, LinkedIn, and The Sims. Mattel was featured on the cover of the June 2023 edition of Los Angeles magazine. That was really cool because Brandon and I got to meet George Takei, which was really cool. He told us some stuff, you guys, that was so crazy. Like, he was talking about, he remembers being taken out of his home and put in internment camps when he was younger. So he was like, gay people don't ever get comfortable because the human race will always disappoint you, basically. He was so interesting and handsome and like funny, and he's just an icon. He was great. Hi, George. You ever want to come to the channel? Whatever you want, anytime. Love him. He texts me sometimes. Also that year, she made a guest appearance in Nickelodeon animated series Monster High. I surely did. You guys, I auditioned for a principal role in Monster High, and I got pretty far into the auditions, and I didn't get it because they were like, you don't sound like a teenage girl, you sound like a man. And I was like, got it. And then later they gave me a part. Like, so sometimes if you don't get the part, they randomly will make a part for you. Like, they'll remember your audition and put you in somewhere else. That happens all the time in LA. In 2024, a second season of Trixie Mattel premiered on Max, following the renovation of Mattel's own home. Mattel is also a guest star on FX comedy series English Teacher. If you guys haven't seen English Teacher is amazing. Brian Jordan Alvarez is so funny. And I love playing Keith. I hope that Keith is alive and gets to come back in the series because I have never been in a show where I actually left set being like, I did a good job. Mattel is also a DJ, posting a remix of the Black Eyed Peas song, My Humps. I also did Barbie Girl, every remix of that, and I have an unofficial remix of Megan Thee Stallion, Her. So somebody should update that because that's just one. Brian Fergus is a vegetarian, an atheist, and a collector of Barbie dolls. Put that on my tombstone. That is so psychotic. That's so LA sounding and crazy. This is crazy. The TV section, because I don't even remember doing some of this. Gay for Play, RuPaul had a game show for a while. Trixie and Katya, obviously. Larry King Now, that's always really cool to me. Like, he died not long after we did Larry King, so I'm always very grateful that we got to do that. And he was super nice. Like, you guys have seen that clip where he asked me if I like corn, but he was really friendly. He did ask me if I was transgender 3 times. And after the 3rd time, I was like, well, he seems sure. am I? I was like, no, I'm not. But after somebody with like 8 Peabodys asks you 3 times, you're like, wait a minute. But you know, he was you guys, he was in his 80s. He was extremely interesting. And this was crazy. You normally in interviews, they have prompters, they have cue cards, they have a teleprompter. He sat down in his little sneakers and he sat like this. He looked right at the camera and he recounted my whole biography from memory without any earpiece, nothing. I think when you've been doing journalism that long, there's a part of your brain that's probably like hyper developed. That kind of blew me away. He looked at Fina Barbotel, had green hair at the time. He looked at Fina and goes, your hair is green. Yeah, like he really was wild. Brunch with Tiffany Pollard. Please bring back Brunch with Tiffany. That was so fun. It was a COVID show where I just got to go have brunch with Tiffany Pollard and just act like an idiot. That was so fun. Some of these things are not like the TV thing you've heard of, but I like loved doing it. I loved doing Super Secret Celebrity Drag Race. That was amazing. Jonathan Van Ness Kicks. Oh, that was that comedy special I was in. I didn't even know what it was called. Celebrity Call Center. You guys, this was a show I was on that's fucking crazy. Basically, it was a show where during COVID, celebrities sat at home and operated a call center where people call in and we help them with their problems. It was actually really fucking fun. It was really cool. And the way they shot it, they send you a gator box. You guys know what that is for cameras. Show a picture here. And you opened it and the lighting was already rigged in. The computer iPad was rigged up. The camera was rigged up. You just had to push a button and everything in it turned on. And you hooked it up to the internet and they operated it remotely. It was pretty amazing. Full frontal with Samantha Bee. I think I had one thing on there where I was waving. I don't even think I had a speaking line in that. Overserve. That's where I met Lisa Vanderpump. Who knew we were going to become very good friends? Crank Yankers. That was actually probably the hardest TV job I've ever had. Prank calling people is fucking difficult. It made me feel bad. These like hourly workers with them. And I used to watch it with my brother. So like once in a while I get on a show where I actually have something to tell my brother where he's going to be impressed. Let's see, the Boulay Brothers Dragula. Yes, I got to judge that. The air conditioning was horrible. Boulez, you know that's true. They're all in like this latex and there's no air conditioning at the Globe Theater. I was like, you guys are out of your mind. Hear me out. I don't even remember what that is. I guess I've reached that level of television fame where I don't remember. You know when actors are like, I don't even remember it. I always thought that was kind of a lie. I don't remember whatever that is. I'm sorry. Sorry to this man. The Drew Barrymore Show, of course I remember that. This was back before Drew Barrymore was sitting on people's laps talking this close to them. This was back when it was like normal. I walked out in drag to promote Queen of the Universe and I had to sit next to Vanessa Williams, who was obviously drop dead gorgeous. It was Drew Barrymore. It was fucking crazy. It was Josie Grossi. Queen of the Universe, one of my favorite shows. That was so fun. Vanessa Williams was so fun. Michelle and I got really close. Leona Lewis, we still talk. She's so fucking cool. And you guys, Mel B sitting next to Scary Spice every day at work was crazy. My first CD was Spice World. I couldn't believe it. Spice Girls are different. It's a different level of like gay fame. Hi Mel, how are you? If you're listening to this, I just talked to Michelle the other day on the phone because Michelle has autoimmune stuff too. So she and I talk about arthritis sometimes. Jimmy Kimmel Live, of course. I got to be a musical guest. I'm pretty sure I was probably one of the first drag queen musical guests ever, but I was really scared. I'm in full drag and that song opens with this arpeggiated guitar part and I was like, oh God, I cannot this up. Trixie Mattel, obviously. Brother vs. Brother. Trixie and Katya Live, the last show. You guys, I haven't even seen that. It's a live taping of our show. I haven't even seen it, but I hope to see it at some point. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Glow Up, you guys, that was so fun. Meeting, you know, the cast of the judges and everything. Val, like, it was so cool to be on Glow Up. The Demi Lovato holiday special was very fucking cool. English Teacher, honestly, it's the newest, but it's my favorite probably TV thing I've ever gotten to do. It was so fun. Web series, God, there's so many, you guys. I can't even go through all of these. Remember the Exchange Rate? I want that to come back. You know what they're missing? Oh, here it is. They have it. Game of Thrones. You guys, I did Game of Thrones with Jonathan Van Ness before he was like Jonathan Van Ness, which is so crazy. He was so funny. And then like 2 years later, he was like so famous. Podcast. God, there's so many. Whiskey Ginger, All Things Vanderpump. I did Muna's podcast. So true. I mean, Caleb is probably one of my favorite podcasts I've ever done. Zach sang, that was iconic. And you guys know why. This is crazy to think about. Look, headlining tours, ages 3 and up, now with moving parts, Super Bowl cut, Skinny Legend, Grown Up, and Solid Pink Disco, plus Trixie and Katya Live and Bald and Beautiful. So I've done like 8 tours in my life, which is fucking crazy. This is really crazy to see all of this together. Whoever compiled this, I would have forgotten most of this. So thank you for doing this. Awards and nominations. Well, let's settle in, shall we? I won a Wowie Award, Queerty Awards, mostly gay awards. I never got a GLAAD award, but I've been nominated a couple times. American Influencer Award, that was the award show where I saw Tyra Banks. I don't really gag too much for celebrities, but I've seen Tyra twice and it gagged me both times. Webby Awards, because we love the Webby Awards. Honestly, anything for the YouTube channel that we win, I always feel really good about because we work so hard in it. It's just like me, Nick, and Brandon. It's not like a big team or anything. And that's about it, you guys. I thought this would be full of a lot of mistakes, but you guys are, I'm a little afraid of you guys. You know too much about me. I didn't even know half the shit about me, so this was very interesting and very gratifying. It explains why I always feel so exhausted. So thank you for fact checking this with me. Those of you who actually update the Wikipedia, please fix it. You guys, I'm exhausted. I didn't expect this to be so long. I didn't expect it to be so accurate. I didn't find many mistakes, and God, it was a lot to read. So this is crazy. I mean, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I never in my life thought I would have a Wikipedia page because it didn't exist when I was a kid, but isn't it weird that all people know all this stuff? I think it's wild. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us, and I'll see you on the channel again very soon. Goodbye.